So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You know, if you watch the channel a lot as far as live streams, I do sometimes put bumpers in there when I'm talking about funny stuff, and one specifically, if we talk about the female anatomy, is I put one in there from the movie Revenge of the Nerds.
Wow. We've got Bush.
Oh, hair pie.
Yeah, I went ahead and dropped that in there. So, speaking of Revenge of the Nerds, this latest celebrity death that we had kind of hit hard. Yeah, we lost Robert Carradine, but everybody remembers him from the Nerds. But in this video, we're going to talk about Robert Carradine, and I'm going to show you a couple movies that you really need to seek out and watch if you want to really see what kind of acting he could do other than just playing in Revenge of the Nerds. So let's get into kind of like a quote-unquote tribute to maybe the lost Carradine, Robert Carradine. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
I'm a nerd and I'm proud of it.
So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. That's me on the sign back there, because JeffMan316 Live is where you and I talk about pop culture, physical media, movies, while we watch along to a movie, usually Sunday nights on 9 p.m. Eastern. And we recently just talked about raunchy comedies during one of them, and we talked about Revenge of the Nerds. And like I said in the intro, I popped a little bumper into one of my live streams. I've put it in videos before from Revenge of the Nerds. And, you know, we just lost Robert Carradine this week, you know, after a battle with bipolar disorder. So that's pretty sad, but we're going to talk about him in this video, and I wanted to give him some props for as far as his acting chops. So I got a couple movies here I want to talk about with you. So we might be able to entitle this video Robert Carradine, the most underrated Carradine, or maybe why you should care about Robert Carradine. You know how every famous family has that sibling, like the quiet one, the underrated one, and you go, oh wait, yeah, that guy. Well, welcome to the Carradine family. So you got the martial arts mystic energy from David Carradine. You got the old school like Shakespearean gravitas from John Carradine. Then you got Robert Carradine, and that's what we're going to talk about, him and his reputation. But because two of his movies, The Long Riders and Number One with a Bullet, are criminally underrated. Yeah, that's the same guy that was in Revenge of the Nerds. And no, this isn't really like nerd territory here. These are two different movies. The Long Riders came out in 1980. It's a Western that's way cooler than you think. It was directed by Walter Hill. It's basically the Avengers in a Western. But instead of superheroes, you get outlaws. So what's the flex in the movie? You get real-life acting brothers playing outlaw brothers. You get the James gang, the Younger gang, the Ford brothers. They were played by the Carradine brothers. And it's not a gimmick.
David, Keith, and Robert Carradine as Cole, Jim, and Bob Younger.
So Kino Lorber released The Long Riders in this Blu-ray DVD set. So you're going to say, well, do you think I'll actually like it? I think you will. You know, most old Westerns are slow-paced, a lot of horse riding, a lot of silly mustaches. This one kind of feels more modern, even though it was made in the 80s. It's moody, it's gritty, it's got some slow-motion action to it, some gunfights that seem chaotic and real. There's even a really cool bank robbery scene that seems like it might have been pulled right out of a 2000s type movie. Robert Carradine plays Bob Younger. He feels like he's an outlaw who knows that this is not going to end well for him. It really feels like, honestly, like that this would hit well in 2026. So that's why I'm recommending it for you guys to watch now. So the second movie that I talked about was also released by Kino. Number One with a Bullet came out in 1987.
Starring Robert Carradine, Billy D. Williams, and Valerie Bertinelli. Number One with a Bullet.
So let's talk about it. Synth music, shoulder holsters. This was peak buddy cop era. Number One with a Bullet stars Robert Carradine with Billy D. Williams. Yeah, Lando from Star Wars. This movie lives in the same timeline as like Lethal Weapon, but it's weirder, scrappier. It's really under the radar. So what gives this the secret sauce? Well, Robert doesn't play the ultra slick alpha cop that you think he might. He plays a very stressed, sarcastic, overwhelmed cop. In other words, he's very human in this. It makes the dynamic pop. Why? Because Billy D. Williams plays that smooth, charismatic cop. Robert gives that vibe of I'm trying my best. It's the 80s equivalent of that duo where one friend is calm and the other one is spiraling out of control, but is still a little bit competent. The action is really loud, the vibe is pure retro, and the whole thing feels like it belongs in movies that deserve a comeback playlist. So why does Robert Carradine deserve more credit based on these two movies? Well, here's the thing. He isn't a flashy actor. He doesn't try to dominate the movies that he's in. He blends very well into an ensemble cast or team. He's the actor that makes the world feel more real. So whether it be in the 1880s or the 1980s, he's the guy that gives the subtle performance that makes the movie feel more realistic, more grounded, more timeless. That's why you can enjoy these movies now. So, like I said, more reasons why you should give these a watch. They're hidden gems, man. 80s nostalgia, Western TV, loud retro style buddy cop movies. What more could you want? The Long Riders feels like the cool indie Western that people would discover now. And Number One with a Bullet feels like the action movie you might stumble across back in the day, like 11 p.m. at night, late, and you just watch it because it seems cool, and it was way more fun than you expected. But what's the connective tissue there? I think it's Robert Carradine. He's really low-key. He's very underrated. So here's your challenge. The next time someone says, hey, the Carradines, oh, and you're going to be like, you know, David Carradine, say no. Say, do you remember Robert Carradine in Number One with a Bullet or The Long Riders? Don't immediately go to Revenge of the Nerds. Now, obviously, that's going to be his number one movie that everybody's going to think of, but I think he deserves more credit. I think he deserves your attention to watch a couple other movies that he's good in. So I think these are underrated movies that really do deserve another shot to be in your collection, or at least for you to watch. So Kino Lorber did a really nice job on these, especially The Long Riders. Now, just to reiterate, you get David Carradine and Keith Carradine playing, and Robert Carradine. All three of them are in there. You get James Keach and Stacy Keach playing a brother team. Dennis Quaid and Randy Quaid are in here, and Christopher Guest and Nicholas Guest are in there. So all brothers. This thing is jam-packed with special features as well. Audio commentaries, interviews, making of, slow motion Walter Hill on the Sam Peckinpah, like the influence, theatrical trailer. From 1980, this is an awesome movie. I'm not a huge fan of Westerns, but there are certain ones that I like, and I've always liked The Long Riders. It just feels cool and nostalgic to watch it again. I just recently watched the second one, Number One with a Bullet. Robert Carradine, Billy D. Williams, a funny, more sarcastic role for Robert Carradine. Fish out of water as far as being with this cool cop Billy D. Williams plays, but I think it's really cool as far as to go back nostalgia and watch movies like this, especially now, you know, with what happened to him. Not as many special features on this one, but this movie came out in '87. It's got an audio commentary and it's got a theatrical trailer. But I love that Kino gets you these movies, and these are two I don't think a lot of people know about. But like my father and I grew up watching this one, and I think I did discover this one on like late night TV, maybe on Cinemax or HBO. So put in the comments down below if you've seen either one of these movies, and do you think Robert Carradine is a much better actor than people give him credit for? I know he said television roles and other roles, but you know, he's probably most famous, like I said, for The Nerds. But give these movies a chance. Go pick them up if you can, or see if you can stream them anywhere. I don't know that you can, and that's one of the benefits of having physical media. So as soon as he passed away, I went right to these and wanted to watch them. So hopefully you guys will watch them. Hopefully you guys will take this recommendation, and hopefully you'll comment down below your favorite Robert Carradine role, your favorite Revenge of the Nerd moment, whatever. Do you like these movies? Put all that in the comments down below, and while you're down there, smash the like button. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all that normal YouTube stuff. I love you guys. Keep supporting the channel any way you can. You can, once you subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos. But also, look in the description down below. There's an affiliate link to Valoria Video. You can buy movies, you know, physical media rules in times like this. You can get use code JevMan316, get your 10% off your first purchase. My eBay store is down there, my social media. Please support me any way you can. So until next time, boys and girls, maybe we'll unearth some more forgotten, underrated hidden gems. This has been Jeff Man 316, your pop culture reporter, signing out, saying you guys be safe out there.
Are all nerds as good as you?
I drink to that.